All right, what we're doing here is our test review for pages 60 through 69. These are all student presentations for period 3.
The figure at right shows points C, A, and R marked on a circle centered at E, so that chords CA and AR have the same length, and so that major arc CR is a 260-degree arc. Find the angles of quadrilateral CARE. What is special about the sizes of angles CAR and ACE? So it's given that this through here is 260. So the whole circle is 360, so that makes this area 100, and then you divide it by 2 and you get 50 each. And using the flashlight thing, that tells you that this is 130, and since this is 100, this outside area, that makes this 100 because it's from the center point. And then when you add 130 and 100 together, you get 230. And then when you subtract that from 360, you get 65 for each of these.
Okay, main thing to understand here is since these two segments, these chords are equal, that means that the arcs that they intercept are also equal. Okay? And the quadrilateral does give you some nice numbers here. Okay?
Okay, 5. What is the sine of the angle whose tangent is 2? First find an answer without using your calculator. Draw a picture, then use your calculator to check. So we drew the triangle, and then we put the 2. And sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And so using the Pythagorean theorem, we found that the hypotenuse would be root 5, and then inverse sine, you would do 2 over root 5, and you can't have a root in the denominator, so you multiply each side by 5, you multiply by root 5, and then you get this, and that's how you do it without a calculator.
Okay, a few corrections / add-ons here, and I'll have you guys answer it. How did you know to put a 2 and a 1 right here?
I don't know, the group did it.
Because the tangent is 2. One's, yep.
Since the tangent equals 2,
Yeah.
Then that means the opposite and adjacent have to be 1 over 2.
or 2 over 1.
Or yeah, 2 over 1.
Perfect. So because that the tangent of an angle, and we're talking about this angle right here, we're talking about this angle right there. Since that angle right there is a tangent of 2, you went 2 over 1 because it's opposite over adjacent. And then just like Caitlin said, Pythagorean theorem gives you this. And since the sine is opposite over hypotenuse, you get 2 over root 5, which is good. Does anyone see an issue with that right there?
Should be 2 root 5 over 5.
Yeah, so when you multiply top and bottom by root 5, the numerator is correct, but the bottom, the denominator, is going to be 5 there. So it should be 2 root 5 over 5.
Okay. Number 8. A median point for a set of points is the point whose x value is the median of all the given x values and whose y value is the median of all the given y values. Find the median point for the following set of points. Okay. We took the points that were given and put them in, what's it called? A table. And we put them in order since it's you're finding median and you want to find the middle. And it's point. So like this is the table right here. And you want to put it in least to greatest, even though it's not set like that. And then the middle ones are the answer, because that's in the middle. So
Your median point is what?
So your median point is 3/4.
Hillary and Dale leave camp and go for a long hike. After going 7 kilometers due east, they turn and go another 8 kilometers in the direction 60 degrees north of east. They plan to return along a straight path. How far from camp are they at this point? Use an angle to describe the direction that Hillary and Dale should follow to reach their camp. So then you make it a right triangle, and because it's a 30, 60, 90 right triangle, the sides are 2x, x, and x root 3.
I'm gonna freeze you for a second here before you explain, because I'm making sure everybody gets this. They're starting right here. They're going 7 east, and then they're turning 60 degrees this way and going north of east. And then that distance is 8. And so she had to make a right triangle here. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's 30, 60, 90 right triangle, and then half of 8 is 4, and then 4 root 3.
Use a pointer. Point out where you got this. So point out where half of 8 is.
Just like touch it.
So half of the 8 is right.
8 is
Right
there,
to 8. Okay.
and then you get 4 and 4 root 3,
Okay.
which you plug. No, wait. Yeah, and then you add 4 and 7, so then you have 11 and 4 root 3, and you plug that into Pythagorean theorem, so then you get C is 13. And then you do inverse tan times 4 root 3 over 11, and you get that they should travel 32.2 degrees south of west to get back here.
Good.
Okay. This is why I don't touch the
I don't know.
Points P, E, and A are marked on a circle whose centers are. In a quadrilateral pair, angles A and E are found to be 54 degrees and 113 degrees, respectively. What are the other two angles? So what I did initially was I used the flashlight, whatever, I'm not quite sure what that's called. Inscribed angle, to find the lower portion of the oh my gosh, what's it called?
Arc.
Of the arc. So because I know that, I can find the upper angle, which was 134 degrees. And because of the inscribed angle, you automatically know that because the arc from the center point is the exact same amount, unlike this, which is, he is half of 226. So from there, all you have to do is take 360 and subtract it from 54, 113, and 134.
Just some terminology here, so you have it. Okay, I mentioned the flashlight where you're shining the flashlight, so I guess that obviously stuck in your head there. This is called an inscribed angle because it's in the circle, just in the circle. It touches the edge of the circle. And like you said, like Adam said, it's always half of the arc. And this is your central angle because it's at the center. And he said this arc right here was 134, so therefore that central angle is 134. We were given the 54, so then he subtracted those from 360 and got that to be 59.
What is the equation of a zero residual line with slope 2/3 for points 1, -3, 7, 1, and 4, 2? Graph and show the residuals. So I start off by graphing all 3 of the points here, here, and here. And then what I do is I see that from 4, 2, going straight down to this line connected between 1, -3 and 7, 1, that distance is 3. And so I make a vector, which is going to be 0, -3, because it's going over 0 and down 3. So that's the vector from 4, 2, straight down to this line here. And so once I have that vector, I'm going to multiply it by 2/3 so that I can have a 2 here and a -1 here and here. So I'm going to take the vector, multiply it by 2/3, and add it to 4, 2 to get 4, 0, which is going to be the point on the new line. Using 4, 0, I'm going to put it into point slope form. Y equals 2/3 x minus 4 plus 0. And then we have our line. The residuals will be 2, -1, and -1.